Bunny Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. and anime and manga contributor to Bounding into Comics, and today's deep dive is going to be for the interview with the mangaka of Vinland Saga and Attack on Titan. But before I get into this deep dive, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be live reactions or news and analysis like this video, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as a link to the article that I will be covering up in ya. So, this was a happy accident find. Oh my god, it was. So, I was up on Twitter earlier this morning, and I saw a post on Manga read that Makoto announced that Vinland Saga was ending soon. So I went on Makoto's Twitter, and lo and behold, there's an interview for Vinland Saga Season 2 with Makoto and Isayama. And ooh, if I've learned anything, I have to cover this, because I covered a joint interview with Oda and Ayama, the mangaka of One Piece and Detective Conan, and we have gotten great tea from this. And we also previously covered, well, recently covered, an interview with the director and the series composition, the scriptwriter for Vinland Saga Season 2, 1 and 2, with Makoto there. Oh, I couldn't believe the shit that came out of the motherfuckers' mouths. Oh my god. But anyways, let's get to this interview, see what's in store for us today. So, what this interview is for is obviously to commemorate Season 2. And what Comic Natalie did was they delved deeper into how Makoto drew Vinland Saga, not only from his perspective, but also from that of Isayama. And, oh god, and Isayama's perspectives on Vinland Saga to boot. So this is no surprise, because we got this from the Mappa interview as well from Makoto, that the theme he wanted to depict in Vinland Saga is violence. And this is the first meeting between Mr. Yukimura and Isayama, which is very similar to what we got with Oda and Ayama as well. So this is a very common theme, I guess. Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you. I first came to know Mr. Isayama when the first volume of Attack on Titan was released, so it was about 11 years ago. What is this manga? I was surprised to read it from the first page. Here's what Isayama said in response. Nice to meet you. I'm Isayama. I first came to know about Mr. Yukimura when I was in high school or vocational school. I saw the anime Plantis and thought it was great, so I read the original. I started reading Vinland Saga around the time the slave chapter started. Oh, the slave chapter is quite hard for you, isn't it? Oh, if I started from the slave chapter, I wouldn't know about Thorfinn's past, so I started reading it with Einar's feelings. Of course, I read it again from the beginning after that, and I was surprised at the wonderful structure of the story after reading it through. Isayama, what were you thinking? Why did you just read it from the beginning? The whole story is structured in 3 acts, and I realized that I was reading the middle of a work of tremendous perfection. Only a very smart and learned person would be able to do such a thing. Seriously, Siyama, how the fuck did you do that? My ADHD would not allow me to do this. I would not be able to do this shit. No. I mean, I will say this though. I think this is when I was younger, back in, I think maybe middle school, middle school mainly, and a little bit in high school too. I was kind of able to do it with Weekly Shonen Jump. But Weekly Shonen, because I was reading the Weekly Shonen Jump magazines at like Borders and Barnes and back in my day when Borders was still alive. I'd read it after school at Borders, which was down the street from school for me. So like I would read chapters from there. And then I'd be like, okay, I need to read this from the beginning. Yeah, that's how it was, at least for, I think it was like that for Dragon Ball, and it was for One Piece. Yes, that feels right. Okay. Um, you can. I've been odd to hear you say so, Mr. Isayama. All right, so here we go. Let's get to the previous work. To begin with, your previous work, Plantis, was a science fiction work set in space, while Vinland Saga is a work about Vikings in the 11th century, which is quite different. How did you decide to take on this subject matter? All right, here we go. Plantis was a serialization that I started without much preparation, so it was difficult to gather material for each installment. So I decided to start the next serialization after deciding on a theme and flow, which is what he kind of said in regards to Vinland Saga was what he said in the Mappa interview, which I really like. I like that he said this. The theme I came up with was violence. I wanted to deepen my thoughts on violence by drawing what I thought about in my own way. That is why I chose the Vikings as the subject matter. I decided to depict whether it is possible to deny violence and whether humanity can abandon violence through them, who are not charged with any crime, even if they slay people. That was the starting point of Vinland Saga. And I think I said this in my Mappa video too. He could have gone with Greeks, he could have gone with Romans. I would say he could have gone Middle East, but Shikoku no Altar was already doing that, so and you couldn't do China because Kingdom's already doing that, and you'd be compared to Kingdom, so can't do that either. But yeah. Anyways, let's keep going here. Although it is set in the Viking Age, Vinland Saga depicts something very modern, doesn't it? Well, you also have Kurgai Nova Hallion that took what you didn't do. God, they're fighting thinking they could go to Valhalla if they die. Well, Kurgai Nova Hallion is showing what happens, and it's not pretty. Vinland Saga depicts something very modern, doesn't it? They are fighting thinking they can go to Valhalla if they die. By including the viewpoint of the victim, Thorfinn, the story is able to easily connect with readers living in the present day. It really does. The magazine conveys the fear that men in the past were probably closer to animals than they are now. I will say this though, when we had that like vision quest, that really connected to it, and also what we had with like the establishment of the democracy and shit like that, that really brought it closer to home as well. Before the spread of Christianity, apparently there was no resistance to violence among people. What? What? What are you talking about? What? What are you talking? What are you talking about? Okay, I need to see this. Before the spread of Christianity, apparently there was no resistance to violence among people. Christianity spread through Europe just after the period depicted by Vinland Saga, so they were that barbaric before they were given a broad sense of ethics. What? No, no. Even with what are you talking about? There was. If you're. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I'm trying to think about this for a second. I have to think about this. He's talking about Europe, so we're talking about like Greece, Rome. Even before Christianity, Rome had. No, I don't believe that. Rome and Greece had some ethics before Christianity came. Nah, I don't believe that shit. Nah, nah. Makoto, if you're talking about like, if you're talking about the Norse, that's one thing, but nah, the Greeks and the Romans were a little bit different than that. Nah, they had some ethics. Slavery, yeah, it's bad, but no, they had some ethics when it came to their violence. Okay, they didn't go around slaughtering people. Come on, nah. For those reasons, there was violence on a daily basis. No, you're wrong on. The Norse were fighting. Yeah, the Norse are different, okay, but like the rest of Europe, no, the rest of Europe is a little bit different. um, for those reasons, there was violence on a daily basis. Here's what Yukimura says. Okay, for example, there's a novel called The Adventures of Red-Haired Orm, in which there's a great Viking who has a young man on his farm. The young man is his protege and a force to be reckoned with. But when the young people are fighting each other, the boss gets angry and slays them both. Yeah, and they're being stupid. So this is a time when two people's lives are easily taken away. Yeah, and the yes, he's killed two men he loves so much. He laughed and said, I'm glad to know that I'm still as strong as the young ones. His family is also happy to know that his father is strong because of the low value placed on life. Domestic violence and other forms of violence are rampant. Yeah, that's just how life is. Unfortunately, it's still happening now. I know that that's his point, but domestic violence and other forms of violence are rampant. They're still rampant. It's not going to stop. I believe that there is something that can be depicted in Vinland Saga about violence because of the era. There are so many places you didn't have to just pick Vikings. There are so many places that you could still do that with. It's true. Again, as I pointed out. But anyways, character growth that emerged in the well, Shikoku no Altar has done it really well as well. But anyway, character growth that emerged in the course of depicting the work. What are the difficulties of drawing Vinland Saga? All right, here we go. I usually can't get my brush to work. I want to go and I want the story to go this way, but no one follows my lead. Doesn't that happen to you? Oh, let's see what Isayama says. There were times when I couldn't control what the main character was going to do because he was so set in his ways. Was he like that? I was thinking, is he that kind of person? Yeah, I could see that. Aaron and Thorfinn are very similar in that way. Yeah. I knew that this character, this is what Yukimura says in response, I knew that this character would not do such a thing, but I couldn't help but go in a different direction. I think that's a common trait among manga artists. That is very interesting. I'm trying to think if that is true. And with certain characters. I'm curious what you guys think about that. That's very interesting. That mangaka will lose control of their characters. That's very interesting because I think that is true to an extent where they write themselves into a wall. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Who's your favorite character to draw? All right, let's see what Yukimura says here. I like them all. I love Thorfinn and Askeladd. Askeladd, of course, but I also love Thorkel and Leaf Soul Man. It is difficult to find someone I don't like. Loki has a very human side to him as he loves his grandchildren, and I can't dislike King Sven either. Considering the many things that happened to him and led him to become this way. King Sven was originally supposed to have a face like Canute. Well, that's interesting. But I guess he became like that when he was in charge of the fate of the country. All right, let's see what Isayama's favorite character is. It is definitely Thorfinn. It's not like that I like the main character the best in manga, but Thorfinn is exceptional. He keeps going forward while repeatedly destroying and building up. Thorfinn, who has always been carrying the guilt since the slave version, is full of humanity. So he's very appealing. I really, you know what? I gotta say, I love Thorkel. Don't get me wrong. I have really grown. I hated Hild when we first started with her, but man, I've really grown to love her. I really have started. I've really grown to love Hild, especially in this arc. My God. Good. I was worried about how people would perceive. Thorfinn is a different story, though. Oh my God. Oh my God, he kind of pisses me off sometimes. I swear to God. No, but my favorite character of all times in this manga, no one's gonna top him, is Garm. Garm is the best fucking character in this manga. I want him to come back, but I doubt he will. Man, I miss Garm. I do. I miss Garm now I'm thinking about it. But I will say this about Thorfinn. He's gotten so much better in this arc. He really has, because I hated him for a while. Hate is a strong word, but God, he pissed me off. Oh God. Good. I was worried about how people would perceive him since he has changed so much since then that it's hard to tell if he is the same person or not. Thorfinn is starting to, for me, Thorfinn is starting to get the balance that I want out of him. That's why I like Hild so much, because Hild is putting him in his place a little bit. Hild needs to be a little bit more, needs to put him in his place a little bit more. But like, Thorfinn's somewhat still don't get it. He somewhat still don't get it, but he's getting there. Um, the only thing that is the same is his height. But the old Thorfinn appears in front of Canute. I wonder if his old personality comes out. Thorfinn is is a Yankee to begin with, so his tone probably changes if he's not careful. It's sad to think that if he had grown up normally, he would have become the boy with the personality he has now. All right, here we go. Depiction to unique to anime that even the original author. No, the original author would be proud. No, he's not happy with it. What the fuck are you talking about? Makoto was mad about this shit. Thorfinn undergoes a tremendous change after the slave arc, which depicts the aftermath of his vengeance against Asclad. I'd like to ask you about the TV anime season 1, which depicts the prologue of Thorfinn's run for revenge. I will say this, I like that Makoto says this in particular. First of all, I was worried about the health of the animators. That's how great it was. No, it wasn't. You are full of shit, Makoto, on this. I know you are. That's how great it was from the first episode, but if I were to say, the drawings are amazing. You are full of shit, Makoto. You are full of shit and you know it. I would have to say that the serious members, staff members, would work even harder. That's why I restrain myself. This right here tells me that's why he's full of shit. That's why I restrain myself from saying too much, and he laughs. See? Makoto is full of shit. He is lying. He is lying. He is lying. That line right there, which that's why I restrain myself from saying too much. You know you're lying. That Mappet interview said it all. Let's be real. The backgrounds were painted to an unbelievable degree. It was wonderful. This is what Isayama says. What was also impressive was the scene where Asclad dies and the knife is left behind. I love that scene in the original work as well, but the way the memories are reflected on the surface of the knife like a lantern, something that is unique to the anime, and it remains in my memory. It was a great representation of what the knife symbolized. The anime adds such special effects, music, and voice acting, which makes it different and more interesting than the manga. Yeah, Makoto, that's the only thing that you could think of, huh? Yep, Isayama, you being too generous. You know what he's saying. You notice Isayama just mainly saying like the backgrounds and shit, and he's not talking about like the character designs. You're not talking about the battle scenes or nothing. What does that say? One of the I don't know if this is to throw shade at Vinland Saga's anime or what, but they're saying one of the charms of Vinland Saga. Oh my god, this better be shade like I think it is. One of the charms of Vinland Saga is that there are original anime scenes here and there. Oh god. Okay, I have said nothing about the production of the bullshit. You haven't. You said it a while. You said it in the map interview. Shut up, Makoto. Well, I have said almost nothing about the production of the anime. While I was working on the manga, I was thinking maybe this part was too weak, or maybe I rushed the storyline. But director Yabuda and the series composition screenplay writer Seko restored it to the way it should have been. You are full of shit, Makoto. You hate that shit. No, you did. That was a surprise to me. This is no exaggeration to say that you two are more familiar with the Vinland Saga than I am. I was saying to myself, I see, while watching the anime. Dude, you are full of shit, Makoto. You are full of shit. I know you're full of shit. You were pissed in that Mappa interview. You were so mad. Like, give me a break. You said it was a good compliment to... Dude, this interviewer not buying it either. You said it was a good compliment to the original work. That's exactly right. That's why I want everyone to see the anime before the original. Oh, yeah! Oh, this is some shade. This is. think he wants to see people to see the anime before the original so they could appreciate the manga more. So they could see how fucked up that anime is. Yeah. You can see, Makoto, I see what you're doing. I see it. This is shade. This is I think it's fucked up what Mappa did. Well, Wit slash Mappa now. But it's more Wit than anything else. Wit is a piece of shit student. I don't give a fuck what you tell me about Wit. You can say you like Wit all you want, but I'm still mad at what they did with Ancient Magus Bride as well. They fucked up that series. I'm not. You could say it's a good adaptation all you want. It's not. If you're an Ancient Magus Bride manga reader, you know how much they bastardized that series as well. So that's why when I see this shit from Makoto, and also that interview with the director and the scriptwriter, I was like, I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by this shit. And he's laughing. Dude, the interview not buying this shit either. What were some of your most memorable moments in your interactions with director Yabuda, who read the original work so thoroughly? Dude, he did not read this work so thoroughly. Give me a fucking break. It wasn't about the animation work, but we once went to a fishing pond together. The director Yabuda asked me a question. He said, I, like Thorfinn, live off of anger, but weren't you always like that, Yukimura? What? But how did you come to laugh so much? Oh my god! He seriously... What? He seriously asked this question? What? Out of all the... What? Indeed, Mr. Yukimura's smile is always impressive. Dude, that laugh has got to be awkward. I feel like, what the actual fuck? Perhaps somewhere along the way, the adrenaline faucet broke. I answered that serotonin and adrenaline have always been flowing all the time. Mr. Yabuda will be directing season 2 as well, but the slave version of Thorfinn is less intense. This right here is all you need to know on why this will be a shitty anime. I already knew it was going to be shitty in the Mappa interview. I already knew it. And they said Inar was going to be a superhero, and Makoto was pissed about that. You could tell he was pissed. But this shit right here, this is why you do not want to watch this. Why you do not want to watch this. I'm looking forward to seeing how energetic Mr. Yabuda with his internal combustion engine whirring away will portray Thorfinn. No, you're not. Makoto, stop lying. Dude, Makoto, you are being sarcastic. I know you are. You are full of shit. You are pissed. You are mad. Like, I would be so mad. Dude, Mappa must have paid you a shit ton of money or something. Oh, that money must be good, because you are full. I would be pissed. Based on what I've seen, like, with how the industry works and, like, Oshidoko and, like, Hitman and stuff. Oh my god, I'd be mad. Oh, I would be mad. Alright, here we go. Let's see what Isayama said, because Isayama had a better relationship with the director. What you just said reminded me of a conversation I had with director Araki, the director of who directed the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan. It would be presumptuous of me to say that we are making a work together, but I think that the author and director are somewhat talking to each other about their inner selves through the work. We talked about the darkness that we saw in each other's work. I will say this about Attack on Titan. I know that for... I think it was season 3. Season 3. I know that Isayama worked directly on it and changed the shit around. I think it was season 3 where Isayama was changing shit around. Isayama worked directly more with the director. If you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but season 2, I don't know. Season 2, they changed some shit around, and I was kind of annoyed by it, but I wasn't too mad about it. Season 3. It was okay. I had to drop it because I just was like, the art and animation was driving me nuts. It just didn't capture Isayama's art to me. It didn't. And it didn't enhance it the way I wanted it to, and how I pictured it would. And it really bugged me. But from a writing perspective, Isayama got what he wanted. So, but the thing is with Makoto's not even getting the writing. and it's really pissing me off. The director is, that's why when Isayama says somewhat, yeah, Isayama, you know the director ain't working with Makoto. The director not working with Makoto on shit. You know this. But I'm curious, Attack on Titan fans, did the director capture the darkness that Isayama wanted in Attack on Titan? Because I've heard like mixed things. At least in the first 3 seasons, I hope they captured it. I think the second season they, for the most part, captured it. But anyways, has the response from overseas increased with the anime adaptation? Since Vinland Saga is set in Northern Europe, has the response from overseas been great? All right, let's see. Since the anime is released, the recognition of the anime overseas has probably tripled, and there have been a lot of comments on Twitter and YouTube. The anime has had a tremendous impact in Iceland, where the anime is set. It has been particularly well received, it's been particularly well received. I believe that the distribution of anime overseas will increase the response from regions and countries that were not able to receive it to reach us before. This is why I'm happy that it's on Amazon Prime and not Crunchyroll. Because unlike Crunchyroll, Amazon Prime Video, the player actually works. Seriously. How did you feel about Attack on Titan? Oh, here we go. I love Western movies and foreign dramas, so the influence of those things is reflected in my works. Yeah, well, One of the things that made me happy was that Attack on Titan, which is filled with such influences, was able to reach people overseas as well. I'm simply happy that people are enjoying the anime. I felt as if I was sharing the feeling of watching and enjoying the anime with them. And Yukimura said this. There was a video on YouTube showing the reactions of foreigners watching Attack on Titan. They were shouting, "Oh my god, I would agree with them. I agree with them." Yes, the mangaka do, for those that don't know already, the mangaka do watch live reactions. They do. Some of them watch mine. I have some that watch mine, which is awesome. I love it. I'm glad because Isayama says this. I'm glad because I don't know the real time reactions when I'm drawing manga. To be honest, I watch a lot. I love Isayama. I love you so much. One of the reasons, and here's what Yukimura says here. One of the reasons for the spread of the manga to people outside of Japan is the power of distribution sites like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. Unlike Netflix, excuse me, Amazon Prime Video does not have anime in jail. Yes, this is why Amazon Prime Video is better than Netflix. Just saying. I've been checking distribution sites for a long time myself. By the way, what kind of films have you, media have you been seeing recently on stream? Makoto is saying the dress-up doll that falls in love, which is basically my dress-up darling. That was very erotic. What? My dress-up darling is not erotic. I'm not sure if that's a good first impression, but I like it so much that I watch it over and over again. My dress-up darling is erotic? Okay. Isayama said, yesterday I finally watched the latest season of Stranger Things all the way through. I've been in a jam of foreign dramas lately, and I haven't finished watching The Boys and Isayama, you're not going to be happy with Obi-Wan. So I can't wait to finish, I can't wait to check them out. Oh my god, Isayama, I feel bad for you. You are not going to be happy. You will not. I'm more curious about what Isayama thinks about, all the bullshit about, with all the idiotic PC bastards, calling him a Nazi. Not just a Nazi, calling him a fascist. That pisses me off so much. Isayama, I'm mad. What do you think about the anime? I'm curious. I'm surprised no one asked him what he thinks about the anime committee taking down the bands, the Eldian armbands. I'm pissed about that because I would have gotten one. This is a Jew talking. I would have gotten one, and I've talked to various Jews in my community about it and about Attack on Titan. And they like what Attack on Titan is doing. They like the underlying message. They think these people that are overreacting are stupid. makes me, oh god, it's so fucking stupid. People are dumb. And then there's a whole thing with Magneto that's happening right now. It's the fucking whole Jew erasure thing that's really getting me. I have major respect for Isayama, what he did. I really do. But anyways, what do Makoto and Isayama respect in each other? Is there anything that you both respect in each other as manga artists? Here we go. This is what Isayama says. Mr. Yukimura is high in all perimeters. For example, there are people who are very good at drawing, but you can't tell what's going on. But that is not the case with Vinland Saga. It has everything you need in a manga, including drawing and composition skills. I agree with this. I think one of the things that makes it so unique is that it is too seamless. Makoto's art is fantastic, yes, but I've I've seen better. But Makoto is definitely one of the leading, is definitely up in at least the top. I want to say at least the top 10. I'm gonna be conservative and say at least the top 20 in the manga Renaissance movement. He's definitely up there. More leaning toward the top 10, but it's too many series right now. Thank you. Yukimura says this. Thank you. I must make sure my sons read this article when it is uploaded. What I felt for Isayama Sensei when I read Attack on Titan was that he was able to draw the amount of material at that speed. How many times did you take a break while you were drawing that spectacle? One time when the magazine took a break due to Corona-sama. Damn. I seriously respect the spirit of the artist who drew the manga all the way to the end in just one session. The content of the work is of course important, but I think the most important quality for a manga artist is the ability to continue drawing without taking a break. I take a lot of time off. That's really important. I'm glad Makoto's taking time. I'm happy when Makoto takes time off because I see what's happening with Tagashi. It's not looking good right now. It really isn't. I actually did an article on it. It's not looking good. His pain is horrible. That pain is bad. Oof. All right. Oh god, it's really bad. I think the style. I think the switch to digitized manga is really fucking up. EC or not EC. It's fucking up Tagashi. It really is bad. I might have to just do a video on it on the article I did. It's really really nasty. Let's see. But you can't maintain the quality of Vinland Saga without taking a break. No, the serialization of Attack on Titan was about 40 pages each time, and 3 books were published a year, right? Again, I know how much courage it takes to draw continuously without taking a break until the end, because I'm not able to do it myself. Among those who have been able to do it, Mr. Isayama executed at a high level. I would like to drink from his fingernails. What the fuck? But I think it is much easier compared to a weekly serialization. Oh my god, it is. Weekly serials are 70 to 80 pages a month. I had 16 pages last month. Damn, that's true. That's how much you draw, so it can't be helped. But yeah, I'm glad Makoto only doesn't do that many pages a month. I know a lot of mangaka are switching for health reasons. They're switching to bi-weekly or monthly, depending, for health reasons. They need to. It's getting really bad. Because look at how many mangaka are going on indefinite hiatus. It's really nasty. The pictures in Vinland Saga are so delicate and beautiful. They are. The reason the screen is beautiful is because of the hard work of our staff. They all work very hard without cutting corners in the finishing process. There's also the benefit of the digital environment. The digital environment is what is fucking up Tagashi, unfortunately. Are you writing in a digital environment? Yes. This is what's been happening since Corona-sama. Yes, we became, since Corona-sama, we have changed to a fully digital environment. To be more specific, I started writing episodes 168 to 169. Until then, I used to do everything up to the pen strokes in an analog manner. And then I scanned them in and did the finishing work. Now everything is drawn on a computer from the penmanship. After all, we can't have our staff commuting with Corona-sama. Nope. I was also in Corona-sama at the end of Attack on Titan, so I had to switch to digital, but I couldn't do it completely, so I had my assistant take a cab to and away from the office. I would like to make the complete transition the next time I have the chance. And Yukimura says, thank you. I must make sure my sons read... wait. this up. Oh, I fucked this up. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now, here's what you guys have all been waiting for, is Vinland Saga is nearing its conclusion. It has already been 17 years since the serialization of Vinland Saga began. Looking back on your life as a manga artist, what is your current state of mind? Here we go. It's been 25 years since I became a manga artist, and my current wish is to make children become adults safely and to draw Vinland Saga properly until the final episode. Fortunately or unfortunately, I have a completely digital environment, so I hope to take advantage of this to draw manga. I think I could do oh, yes, I think I could do full color if I can change the time and effort of applying screen tones to coloring. I would like to try that kind of work. Yes, yes, please. I think that what fans are particularly interested is the future story of Vinland Saga. But do you have a roadmap for its completion? Oh God, here we go. Here we go. To tell the truth, there's not much left on the roadmap. We are not that far away from the final installment. The roadmap was drawn up before the serialization started. Whoa, what? But the details are different. There are many characters that didn't appear in the original plan, but I have been flexible drawing the details according to the situation. I have recently come to realize that it is better to leave some playful parts in addition to the solid bones of the map in this way. I fucking need to see Garm one more time. I need to see. I feel like there's more with. I feel like there's more with Canute that we need to see. I do. But I need to see my boy Garm. I need to see him one more time. I do. I'll be sad if I do not see Garm. But every time you draw a roadmap, it gets bigger and more characters are added. This is what Isayama said. The number of characters in Attack on Titan has increased considerably from what I had originally envisioned. When I think about it now, I wonder if we didn't have enough. Whoa, what? I don't think there were not enough. What? I think it would have been nice to have a clear friend of Gene and his friends on the mayor side. It says Isayama mayor side. I think we could have created a stir by having them get crushed. Holy shit! What? But the scene where the refugee children were crushed was shocking. Dude, that scene was insane. Oh, if you guys remember the rumbling scene where you saw there was no words at all, and it was just the rumbling, and we saw all the not just the refugee children, those two refugee children getting crushed was, oh my God. But the rumbling when you saw all the refugees getting crushed, and you saw that one baby getting like passed across the refugees. Oh, that scene was so powerful. Oh my God. Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. Oh my God, that scene was powerful as fuck. Oh my God. Isayama's work at Attack on Titan got really, really fucking deep. Whew. But the scene where the refugee children were crushed was shocking. I was horrified to think that these children were born to be crushed. That clearly shows the sinfulness of what Eren did, doesn't it? Here's what Isayama says to this. That's exactly right, but when it comes to the description of how hard it was to atone for his sins, if you read up to the latest volume of Vinland Saga, I think there was a different ending. It has taken so many volumes to depict Thorfinn as suffering. Well, look at what happened with Hild. Look at that moment with Hild when Hild said to Thorfinn that she forgave him, and how he just I'm spoiling Vinland Saga, fucking deal with it. And how Thorfinn broke the fuck down as soon as she said she forgave him. How much that meant to him. That was such a powerful moment. My God. That's how I learned the importance of layering the story in order to depict a moving scene. I'm sure readers who have followed Thorfinn's journey so far can relate to the weight of his redemption. There's also that moment of leading up to it when Hild had her vision quest in the forest with the bear. Have her learning the meaning of forgiveness as well. That was such a powerful moment. Oh my God. Oh God, that whole arc for Hild was just that was so good, so good. It was probably one of my favorite scenes in Vinland Saga, was that whole thing with Hild. Oh god, it was so good. Um, I'm sure readers who have followed Thorfinn's journey so far can relate to the weight of his redemption. Oh, fucking hey, my thing is not scrolling. Hold on. Thank you very much. I spent years drawing that scene, thinking that I would definitely move people, so I was deeply moved by the scene myself. I look forward to the day when the scene will be depicted in the anime. I hope someone else takes over for that. There's no way those fuckers will adapt it right. Next January, the second season, the slave version will, oh god, will finally start airing, and I would like to ask you both what you are looking forward to. Here's what Isayama says. The slave version will depict the process of Thorfinn finding himself. I would like to focus on that. Also, I am looking forward to seeing the details that only anime could provide. Oh, it's going to look horrible. The forest is turned into a field without heavy machinery. I'm looking forward to seeing how the difficulty of this process will be expressed. What I'm looking forward to, here's what Yukimura says. In season 2 is the characters. There will be a man named Snake, and he is a really nice guy. Yeah, Snake is cool. There will also be Einar, Ormal, and Arnes, people we worked very hard to portray. They're not going to do them justice. They're making Einar a fucking superhuman for fuck's sake. I'd be happy if you could watch the entire series from season 1, which is currently airing in Japan, to see the change of heart and growth of the characters, not to mention Thorfinn himself. And that's how the interview concludes. So, I really like. Oh god, I love this interview with Isayama and Makoto. I do. I think it was very interesting. It really is. There's some really interesting stuff up in here. It was like finding out what Isayama, how they went into the digital stuff, and how Isayama was talking about like. Or both of them, Isayama was talking about how he wanted to put more characters up in Attack on Titan, and hell, like both their Isayama's. I think we all knew to an extent Isayama was inspired by Western content for Attack on Titan, but you know, if you think about it, it's very interesting how both Makoto and Isayama were both inspired by the West for Vinland Saga and Attack on Titan. It's very interesting, but the other thing that really got me thinking was what was said about how both for Isayama and Makoto, how they kind of ran into a similar problem where both Eren and Thorfinn like got away from them. I thought that was very interesting. But there's also the differences with their directors for in terms of their anime adaptation, whereas Isayama had a closer relationship with the director and was able to do what he needed to do for at least season 3 of the anime, whereas the director oh my god for Vinland Saga's anime, oh my god, my memory is ass. I have to pull it up. Shit, where are you, motherfucker? I had it right in front of me. Fuck. Yabuda. Where you have the director of Yabuda, he's like a complete jackass. It's really interesting because Attack on Titan, for the most part, minus a couple of things here and there, at least up until, because I don't know about season 4 or the final season. I don't know how much they changed, but in terms from a writing perspective, they pretty much have stayed true to the manga. They really haven't added shit from what I know. It's mainly the art and animation that really killed me. I just couldn't take it no more. Nah. But I'm really curious what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about how Vinland Saga is going to end? It doesn't say if Makoto did not say if it's going to stay true to the historical ending or not. I'm really curious if it is. What you guys think if it is or not. I wish Makoto would have. I understand why Makoto not saying it because he don't want to spoil it. But I hope Makoto gonna do something extremely powerful with it. I know he will. I kind of want what I want to see actually. Now I'm thinking about it. I want to see because remember, Thorfinn is. Remember he has all these sins on him. He's carrying all these sins on his shoulders. I kind of want to see those skeletons like drag him into hell. I want to see it. I think that would be the best way to do it, at least in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys saw of this interview, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, especially Vinland Saga, because I cover the Vinland Saga manga. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network, that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.